Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu, and after a long delay I am back with another Men of War video. Not a Men of War Assault Squad video, a Men of War video. Why? Because I'm too cheap to buy Assault Squad. That's the long and short of it. This is just a 2v2 battle zones in a match I hosted myself. Not a ton of people playing Men of War when I hosted this on a Wednesday night, but enough to fill up a match, and enough to fill up a few matches, but I quit most of the ones I'd sort of joined because they were all no refund, and you know how much I don't like no refund. You know how much I dislike. That's a bunch of double negatives. Anyways, this is with payback because I hosted it, and right off the bat I just buy some submachine gun infantry and split them left and right to hit the middle and the right, and my ally seems to be just heading to the left. This is going to be a short game because my opponents are not very good, and not a ton is gonna happen, but we will still find stuff to talk about because we have very little choice. And right off the bat, big mistake by this guy staying clumped up, but he does manage to dodge the grenade, so that's good. Only one guy gets caught. He spent a little too long walking around, so I got some shots off and mowed down one or two people in that infantry squad, but of course he had way more people than me, so he just fired back and killed me. So I am going to secure the middle while he secures the right. My allies already got the left, and I do of course want to take back the right also, but I'm not going to use my guys in the middle because I want to hold that for as long as possible, because you want the majority of the points held to sort of tick upwards rather than trying to kill people, because you're not going to get much out of killing people in the short term. Maybe in the long term you'll be able to capture some points, but whatever. And speaking of killing people, I'm using a slow, deliberate approach on this point, sort of staying prone. The idea behind staying prone is twofold. He won't see me until I'm closer, and I will take less damage when he fires at me because it'll be harder for him to hit me. And I guess my helmets will also be pointing in his direction, I'm not sure. But yeah, I figure I have more people than him, so I'll be able to just shoot him down. But it turns out he's moved at least one of his guys over into that building, which I see because I turned on silhouettes with that little button in the bottom left. And so, unfortunately, my guys open up on the guy in the building, and they stand up, and it's just bad news. But I'm very specifically telling them to fire back at these people in the open, because I figure with my many, many guns, I'll be able to kill them before they kill me, and that works out. And this guy actually lost his hat, so I'm going to tell him to go pick it up, because everybody needs a hat. It actually does protect you, as far as I know. I don't actually know. I'm sure it does. This game is ridiculously detailed. So I select basically the AT grenade button and click on sort of the window where I think someone is. Nice job, dude. That doesn't work out well. Somehow, miraculously, my guy does not kill himself. I'm not sure what wall he blew out, but that didn't work. Again, I select the grenade button, this time normal grenade, just to toss one through that window. This does not work. It bounces off the corner of the building, and I'm like, oh shit! But I'm fine. Third time is the charm, and boom, right through the window. That's some good stuff, and that guy's boned. So you'll notice for the first two grenades I throw, I actually had the whole squad selected. Men of War is smart enough to just, when you have the whole squad selected and you click the grenade button and tell them to throw, the closest guy will pull out a grenade and go around and do that. So that's very handy if you've got your whole squad hotkeyed, or you accidentally click on the squad leader, or you just want to select everybody and you don't want to decide who gets the grenade. And normally I'm not a big fan of putting people in buildings, not because it's bad, but because I'm just bad at doing it. Like, I always forget to put people in buildings and stuff. This guy sort of reminded me by hanging out in that building, so I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm going to stash some people in this building, because it's very difficult to dislodge infantry in buildings unless you get close enough to throw a grenade. You see liberal use of grenades on my part here. I tried to get a second grenade off, actually, but only the first one off, and that did do some damage. And really, even if the grenades don't kill anybody, another grenade, kaboom, and another grenade? Am I gonna? No, I think everybody's dead. But even if the grenade does not go off and kill like half the squad, which is your goal, it's gonna force your opponent to keep repositioning. And the important thing about that is he's gonna be inaccurate when, well, he can't even fire while he's running. Infantry can't move and fire at the same time. They're gonna have to stand up to reposition if they want to avoid the grenade fast enough to not get blown up. Obviously, if you're crawling away from a grenade, you're not going to make it in time, so they have to stand up to reposition, and that's going to let you mow them down while they're standing up, because they have no cover while they're standing up. So really, it's about forcing your opponent into a really bad situation where they either have to explode or get shot by bullets. And this is why it's nice to have more than one person, obviously. The guy tossing the grenade is going to take a little while to switch back to his gun. So I did see a Panzer II or something, and hello, Mr. Panzer II, and I'm looting these bodies, but that's not going to work because this guy's good at it. But I basically just buy a tank. I see a Panzer II, so I buy the lightest tank I can, a T-34, because that cannon's going to be more than enough to punch through the light tank, and the Panzer II's got a fairly weak gun, not going to be able to punch through my armor, although he could take out my tread if I wanted. He's taking cover behind these trams, but trams are not known for their ability to resist armor-piercing shells. My first shell demolishes the first tram, and the second demolishes the second, along with the Panzer Kampfwagen 2 Lux, or whatever it's called. And on the left, my ally's doing quite a good job blowing up all sorts of stuff which I haven't been paying attention to. But has not helped me out in the middle, but that's okay because I'm doing well enough on my own. So this game is actually drawing to a close. We've got about 3 minutes left, a super duper fast one, and so what, now he quits because he realized he is, that's one of the two opponents obviously. So what did our opponents do wrong? I cannot speak for the guy on the left because my ally was totally handling him, so I'm not sure what he did. On the right, a few issues. He did not really assault me after that first victory he got. He sort of parked himself in the building, let himself get cleared out by grenades, and then I never saw neither head nor tail of him. If he had rolled in with a vehicle and just shelled me, or even rolled in with an AT gun and shelled me from a distance, I would have been blown apart. If he had rolled in with a mortar, although I'm not sure we have enough points for a mortar this early, I would have been dead. I had no anti-vehicle capability. Obviously I would have bought some had he shown up with a vehicle. Maybe I would have rolled my tank over there or something like that, but the point is he didn't force me to do anything. He didn't force me to defend myself with any sort of anti-armor capability. He didn't even roll in with infantry and force myself to defend against infantry the way I forced him to defend against infantry when I rolled in with my second squad. So I sort of saw this Puma over here sent a tank, and yeah, that didn't work. I figure we won at this point anyway, so no harm there, although I do repair the T-34 because there's no use in letting it go to waste. But yeah, Puma has basically a Panzer IV's gun on that thing, so be careful from the Puma. It can penetrate you just as good as many tanks can. But yeah, so my opponent really didn't attack me at all, and you're not going to win if you don't attack. He did eventually send in the Panzer II, but I think it's a mistake to send in stuff like that until you've scouted. Like, he knows what I had on the right, obviously, right? I moved in with my infantry and killed all those people, so now he has to move in with some sort of anti-infantry. In the middle, all he saw were like my two dudes hanging out behind some sandbags who handled basically his entire attacking squad on their own. So when he sent in a Panzer II, he had really not been scouting. He had no idea what I had, and really I bought the tank in response to his Panzer II. If he had blitzed with that Panzer II, maybe it would have worked, but he sort of poked his head in, ran away, poked his head in again after my tank had shown up. So if he had shown up with his Panzer II, killed all my men in the middle, moved in with infantry, and spread out, then he would have been ready for my T-34, right? And when my T-34 showed up to kill the Panzer II, it would have just been spotted by the infantry. The Panzer II would have run away. Maybe the infantry could get in close because there's all these buildings in the middle, and he could have hit it with AT grenades. Instead, he didn't do any of this. He didn't use his Panzer II until it was way too late, and nothing worked out. So I was not attacked, and when I was futilely attacked, he did not do it very well. So that is the mistake made by this person by fighting the entire game, and that is why he left, and now we're watching T-34 fire at an AT gun over on the left. I apologize for not having made videos. I was doing some stuff. Now I'm doing some other stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'll buy Assault Squad if it goes on sale or something. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this. Did I make any jokes? Maybe I forgot to make jokes. Should have made some jokes. Okay, what? Now I'm buying a truck, just for shits and giggles. Let me tell the joke.